I remember several months back, earlier this year, that Jennifer, my wife, was getting a little bit discouraged, like people can get discouraged, because she was a new mom. She had this new baby, Olivia, and she was trying to figure this all out with patterns and routines, and it never failed that it seemed like on Wednesday night when we would get home from work and we would put forth the effort and make the attempt to get ready to come to midweek Bible study, that's when Olivia would have her worst day of the week. And it seems like it would start about the time that we would get home. That she was going to cry, she was going to feel irritable, she was going to pitch a fit. And this went on for a couple of months, where it seemed like every time we would put forth the effort to come to midweek Bible study, that's when Olivia would become unhinged, if you will. And so, naturally, like most people would, Jennifer began to become a little bit discouraged. And she began to get frustrated in her attempts to get to church on Wednesday night. And one time, in her frustration on the way to church, she even questioned, what's the point? All she's going to do is cry when we get there. All I'm going to do is have to take her to the back. All I'm going to have to do is fight. What is the point? And I'll never forget when the light bulb went off for Jennifer and her eyes were open to why it was worth the fight. It was when little Olivia and her little innocence, when they began to play one of the songs on a Wednesday evening, that she began to raise her hands. That she began to mimic what she was seeing in the house of God, the worship and the praise, even at just a year old, a year and a half old. And it was in that moment when the light bulb went off for Jennifer and she realized why it was worth the challenge, why it was worth pressing onward, why it was worth fighting for, why it was worth pushing forward, because there was something that was getting put into her child every time she came to the house of God. That was Jennifer's challenge. I don't know where you're at in your life and what your challenge is. Your challenge may be a spouse. Your challenge may be family. Your challenges may be substances. It might be a mind battle of your past. Your challenge might be a friend. Your challenge might be some relationship. Your challenge might be bitterness. I don't know. Your challenge might be anger. It might be frustration. I do not know what the challenge is for you in your life, but can I tell you that you have to make up in your mind. You have to make up in your mind that I'm going to keep marching onward. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I'm going to keep pressing forward. I'm going to stay on this mission. I'm going to keep moving. Come on, I'm going to keep reaching, because it's all going to be worth it. That when you fight and you feel that resistance and there's that opposition coming against you, you have to know that if I can get into the house of God, if I can get into His presence, that there's going to be something that's put into me that's going to help me, that's going to preserve me, that's going to keep me, and it's all going to be worth it. We have not arrived at our end destination. We have not arrived where our final destination is going to be, but in the meantime, I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I'm going to keep plugging. I'm going to stay on this journey. I'm going to stay in this mission. I told Jennifer, I don't know if she remembers, but I remember because it's words that's echoed in my own heart and spirit. But I told Jennifer, I said, we go and we go again. We do it and we do it again. I tell you, I feel the Holy Ghost all over me. Listen to me. When you fall, you get up and you get up again. When you make a mistake, you repent and you repent again. When you are hurt, you forgive and you forgive again. You go to church and you go again. You You pray and you pray again. You worship and you worship again. You read and you read the Word of God again. You witness and you witness again. You be deliberate and you be deliberate